Freshwater. Only 3% of the water on Earth is freshwater, but everyone needs this water to live. From basic human needs like drinking and showering, to recreational activities like swimming and fishing. In the Hudson Valley, the Sky Lakes atop the Shawangunk Ridge that are within public and private preserves provide the community with numerous resources and economic growth as hubs for recreation. These lakes are mostly protected from direct effects of humans with managed lands, but they could be seeing the indirect effects of other regional and global-scale environmental problems. These effects could be causing algal growth, a change that could seriously harm the lake's water quality. In recent years, the Earth has been getting warmer as a result of human-driven carbon dioxide emissions to the atmosphere, causing water surface temperatures in the Northeastern US to rise by 0.5 degrees Celsius every decade for the past 30 years. This additional heat can change the movement and chemistry of the water, and cause an increase in the growth of phytoplankton. In addition to warming waters, excess nutrients could be affecting the lake's ecosystem. Nitrogen and phosphorus are critical elements to lakes' ecosystems and can control algal growth in waters. Naturally occurring levels of both nutrients are low but necessary for life in lakes. However, lakes are experiencing increases in these pollutants from human sources. When it rains, the agricultural runoff could wash nitrogen and phosphorus found in agricultural fertilizers and sewage into the water. And this excess could also contribute to an overgrowth of algae. But why is this excess of nutrients such a bad thing? And what would all of this algae do to the lake's ecosystem and water quality? Some of this algae could produce neurotoxins in the water that could result in negative health effects on humans and household pets. These toxins could cause vomiting, nausea, blistering around the mouth, and even pneumonia. This excess algae also eventually dies off, and while decomposing, would substantially decrease the lake's oxygen. As a result, dead zones with absolutely no oxygen would begin to occur and make it much more challenging for other aquatic life to survive. For example, organisms like fish could even suffocate if there's no oxygen to breathe. Underwater grasses, or submerged aquatic vegetation, require sunlight to produce their own energy. If the algae grows to the point of blocking too much natural light, these plants would not be able to sustain life. Between warming waters and an increase in nitrogen and phosphorus due to indirect human effects, lakes could be significantly more prone to this algal growth. That's why Professor David Richardson and his students in the SUNY PALTZ biology department and other statewide universities are studying how humans could be driving these algal blooms. By observing samples from these lakes and running controlled experiments on the water, the cause of algal growth can be determined. By taking water from each source and adding nitrogen, phosphorus, or a combination of both, researchers can see what drastically increases the growth of algae. Only when adding both elements was there a dramatic increase in algal growth. And it's not just these factors that are changing the organisms. As mentioned before, warming water temperatures could play a role along with these nutrients. When tested, the magnitude of growth increases in warmer samples of water. Climate change that warms lakes and nutrients from human sources in the landscape synergize to increase algal growth. With this information, researchers hope to predict future algal blooms in the lakes studied and extend the research to other lakes in the northeastern region of North America and beyond. The research conducted will serve as a basis for connecting scientists, managers, educators, and outreach specialists to work towards plans to manage and contain these algal blooms. Fresh water is one of Earth's most important resources, and there's not a whole lot of it. Lakes are important in providing this critical resource. With this information, we can work to manage excess algal growth and help keep our freshwaters healthy.